What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Friday, November 8th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, who do we have at the point guard position? I like Collin Sexton from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Washington Wizards, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing point guards. Collin Sexton has averaged 25.8 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 31 fantasy points last game in 35 minutes. He's averaging 31 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. He's only going to be about 2% owned, projected at 26.9 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. He's $5,500 DraftKings salary and 100 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game, so that's a high-scoring game. Great matchup. So I like Collin Sexton here versus the Washington Wizards. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Will Barton from the Denver Nuggets playing the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got a pretty good defense overall, but they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing shooting guards. Will Barton has averaged 31 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 39 fantasy points last game in 32 minutes, averaging 30 minutes per game on the season with a 21% usage rate. He's only going to be about 1% owned, projected at 27.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's $5,300 DraftKings salary and 500 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 210.5 points scored in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, so I like Will Barton here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Jordan Clarkson from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Washington Wizards, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the third most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Jordan Clarkson has averaged 24 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 23 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. This guy's going to be less than 1% owned, so super low owned play here. He scored 26 fantasy points in 26 minutes last game, projected at 23.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's just about 5 times value. He's $4,800 DraftKings salary and 200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 230 points scored in this game. It's a great matchup, so I like Jordan Clarkson here versus the Washington Wizards. If you don't like Jordan Clarkson, take a look at Bogdan Bogdanovic from the Sacramento Kings playing the Atlanta Hawks. He's only $4,500 DraftKings salary, $600 more on FanDuel, projected at 25.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.7 times value. He scored 35 fantasy points last game in 31 minutes. He's got a 22% usage rate, and he's going to be about 8% owned. So I like Bogdan Bogdanovic here versus the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic playing the Memphis Grizzlies, who have the 7th worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Aaron Gordon has averaged 27.9 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 30 minutes per game with a 21% usage rate. He's going to be about 10% owned, projected at 32.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's $6,000 DraftKings salary and $300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 207.5 points scored in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game, and a great matchup. So I like Aaron Gordon here versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Karl Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves playing the Golden State Warriors, who have the 2nd worst defense overall, and they give up the 2nd most fantasy points to opposing centers. Karl Anthony Towns has averaged 56.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 31 minutes per game with a 29% usage rate. He's going to be about 31% owned, projected at 48.2 fantasy points here tonight. He's $10,300 DraftKings salary and $1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 232.5 points scored in this game, so a high-scoring game, a home game, a fast-paced game with a fantastic matchup, and the Golden State Warriors have been keeping games close. So I like Karl Anthony Towns here versus the Golden State Warriors. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.